Hey, peace, fam. Absolute salute. And the boss, aka the God and the Goddess. Oh, she here, y'all. So look, I really wanted to skip to chapter 5 and 6 because it's going in on some other stuff, but I want to make sure I tie this in because chapter 4 is called the Cosmic War. In the book I borrowed, obviously, it rhymes. Chapter 4, the Cosmic War, a unified field theory. Sorry about that. A unified field theory of consciousness. And it got a nice little image there. Boom. Beyond duality, the physics of polarity and the prime directive of creation. To comprehend the nature of the cosmic conflict in which humanity is embroiled, we must first transcend the simplistic, dualistic thinking that is itself a product of the archontic control system. The universe is not a battleground between two equal and opposing forces of good and evil. Such a view is a projection of the fractured human psyche, a kindergarten-level morality play that obscures a far more profound and impersonal physics. The true nature of the cosmos is not duality, but polarity. Duality implies opposition and separation. Polarity implies two aspects of a single, unified whole. At the level of the source, the absolute, there is only undifferentiated unity. For creation to occur, for the one to experience itself as the many, a primary division must occur. This is the division of the one into the two fundamental polarities that underpin all of the manifest reality. These are not good and evil. They are the two fundamental vectors of consciousness and energy flow. The first one is centripetal force, syntropy, the inward flowing, integrative, condensing force. This is the force of gravity, of implosion, of returning to the center. It is the force of love, of unity, of self-awareness. It is the prime directive of involution, the process of consciousness embedding itself into matter to experience and know itself. In esoteric terms, this is the feminine principle, the yin, the receptive force. I know we covered a lot of this already in tribe, so shout out to 7. Matter of fact, Ashe to the big brother. Let's get it. Look, centrifugal force, entropy with an E, the outward flowing, expansive, radiating force. This is the force of electromagnetism, of explosion, of moving away from the center. It is the force of creation, of exploration, of expression itself. It is the prime directive of evolution. The process of consciousness, having experienced itself in matter, returning to the source with that experience. In esoteric terms, this is the masculine principle, the yang, the protective force. That'll be me. These two forces are not in opposition. They are in a dynamic cosmic dance. Salsa! They are the inhale and the exhale of the cosmos, a healthy evolving universe. A healthy galaxy, a healthy star, a healthy biological organism requires a perfect balance between these two forces. It requires a perfect balance between your and your special two forces. I got lost. The centripetal force gathers energy and information, creating a coherent center of gravity, a self. The centrifugal force then radiates the wisdom and experience of that self back out into the cosmos. This is the fundamental physics of life and consciousness. That was kind of raw. Let me run that back. The centripetal force gathers energy and information, creating a coherent center of gravity, a self. The centrifugal force then radiates the wisdom and experience of that self back out into the cosmos. This is the fundamental physics of life and consciousness. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, it feels good to have my name on this thing and this woman's spirit all through it. I'm telling you, this goes so crazy. The archonic anomaly, the physics of parasiticism, and the inversion of polarity. The cosmic conflict arises from a profound and ancient anomaly, the emergence of a stream of consciousness that has, through a choice made in a previous cosmic cycle, deliberately severed its connection to the centripetal force. It has rejected, hey, you know what? This is where they get the damn Satan story from, you feel me? And the fall of the angels, man. Peep this. The cosmic conflict arises from a profound and ancient anomaly, the emergence of a stream of consciousness, probably a lie, that has, through a choice made in a previous cosmic cycle, deliberately severed its connection, fallen to the centripetal force. It has rejected the principle of returning to the source. It has chosen a path of pure, unchecked centrifugal force, a path of endless expansion without integration, of creation without self-awareness, of expression without love. This is the archontic intelligence. You know that literally spells AI, but not artificial. It says archontic intelligence. I'm just saying. By cutting itself from the source, the archontic stream has become a closed system, a closed loop. I'm adding a closed loop, but it stops at a closed system. According to the second law of thermodynamics, a closed system will always move towards a state of maximum entropy, of decay, of death. According to the second law of thermodynamics, a closed system will always move towards a state of maximum entropy or decay or death. The archons are an entropic, dying consciousness. They cannot generate their own energy. They have forgotten how. Therefore, to survive, they must become parasitic. Man, talk about the producers of all the fake news. Y'all know what time I'm talking about. Boy, I can't even raise my pinky finger, y'all. The W clan. Sheesh. God. Therefore, to survive, they must become parasitic. They must feed on the energy and information of healthy, syntropic systems. They are cosmic vampires. Yo, man, this book's smacking. God damn. Their modus operandi is the inversion of polarity. They take the healthy, life-affirming principles of creation and twist them into tools of control and enslavement. Think porn. Like, right off the gate, man, they take the life-affirming principles of creation and twist them into tools of control and enslavement. Got people voting on abortions, got people voting on sex preference, the fact that they created sex preference. Like, yo, man. They take the principle of sovereignty, the creation of a coherent self, and invert it into ego, a false, separate self based on fear. They take the principle of creation, expression of the divine will, and invert it into consumerism, the endless, mindless consumption of external stimuli. They take the principle of community, the recognition of the self in the other, and invert it into tribalism, the identification with a group based on opposition to another group. They take the principle of spirituality, the conscious return to source, and invert it into religion, a system of external authority and control that places intermediaries between the self and the divine. So I ask you, brothers and sisters, man, I'm playing, but I was about to go there and Farrakhan that ass. But I'm just saying though, man, what you gonna do now you got the truth, huh? I'm not gonna read another one because I'm getting very hyper, and I wanna read low with my best hold so that I can take this in and then read it much better for y'all, because I just got super juice. Peace, fam. Absolute salute and wholeness, y'all. This thing go crazy. Bam!